Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to another week of e-learning from our Protzman gym. Now, today's lesson, we are going to continue practicing overhand throwing. Continue practicing overhand throwing. Some of us practice overhand throwing in the gym together, and others have been doing it through e-learning. Remember overhand throwing, we put the ball behind our ear, we step, and we throw. Okay, you decide which hand you want to throw with. I am a lefty, so I put the ball behind my ear and I step and I throw. Now, here's the equipment that you need for today's lesson. First thing we need is a ball of some type, right? Now, you can do this inside or outside, depending on the weather and depending on whether you want to bundle up and go outside or you want to stay inside. So, here are some ideas for equipment. First one, of course, is a ball of some type. This is a softball. Many of you have seen this before in our gym. It's a soft type ball. It's small. It's about the size, a little bit bigger than a baseball. And it's a soft ball. But I know not all of you have a ball. So here's where we need some creativity. The next idea I have is a simple piece of paper. You crumble it up, and this is a paper ball. Look at that. I have a paper ball, right? Find the paper, crumble it up, we have a paper ball. Now, maybe my favorite idea is a sock ball, right? A ball made out of a pair of socks. Take two socks, boys and girls. Take two socks. Make sure they're clean so they're not smelly, right? Take two socks, and then you take one sock, and I crumble it up, ball it up, and I put it inside the other sock. I put it inside the other sock. And then as I put it in there, what I do is I take my hand, I don't put it all the way in, I leave some room at the end, and then I take my hand, I put it inside the sock, and then I take the edge of the sock and I pull, and then I take the rest of the sock and I pull the top of the sock over the two socks combined, and look, boys and girls, we have a sock ball. I love using the sock ball for e-learning. It is a wonderful, wonderful ball to use for throwing, okay? So we need a ball, okay? Here's the sock ball, okay? Here's the sock ball. Now, today we're going to throw at targets. And this is where we also need to be creative with what we can use. So I'm going to back out of the way, and I'm going to show you some of the targets that I'm going to use. Look, boys and girls, I have an empty 2-liter pop, empty 2-liter thing of pop here. So that's going to be one of my targets. Make sure it's empty. I have an empty gallon of milk. Empty gallon of milk is one of my targets. I have a plastic cup as one of my targets. A plastic cup. And then look, boys and girls, I even have a bigger ball as one of my targets. So if you have a bigger ball at home, use it as one of your targets and use something smaller to try to hit it. All right, so here's how this is going to work. Now, this is where you can be super creative. Look around your house. What can you have that could be a target? Do you have a little plastic cup? You could use a shoe as a target. You can use anything that is not too heavy and that will not break, right? So talk to your parents and families about what you could use for this lesson. And you don't need, I have 4 things here. If you only have 2, that is perfectly okay. You could just move them back. So as you can see, as I put up 1, 2, 3, 4 lined up. If you can only find one thing, that's fine. Hit the one and then move it to the next spot, and then move it to the next spot, and then move it to the next spot. That's okay, boys and girls. I want to keep this very, very simple for you, okay? Do not stress out about not having an empty milk gallon in your house. Not a big deal at all, okay? So boys and girls, I'm going to use the sock ball today. And the first thing I want you to do is, without throwing, I just want you to go through the throwing motion. Remember the throwing motion? Point at your target, ball in your throwing hand. We're going to step with the opposite foot. I'm a lefty, so I step with my right foot. Point at my target, step, throw. Pretend to throw 10 times. Point, step, throw. point, step, throw. Before you begin though, remember, ball behind your ear, and then point, step, and then throw, and let it go, just like this. Nothing out here, nothing way over the top. We want here to here, okay? Here to here. Now, 10 times without letting go. Ready, go. All right, did you do it 10 times? Now, we have a wall here in the gym, and I know you have a wall in your house. Again, paper ball or sock ball is best if you're inside doing this, of course. I want you to aim for something on the wall and throw it at a target on the wall for 10 seconds. I'm going to use the G there. And again, make sure your parents approve of where you're throwing the ball. Do not throw the ball at anything breakable, right? Ask your parents, ask your family members, ask whoever is around when you're doing this, where it would be safe to do this at. Point, step, throw, hit a target, and do that 10 times against the wall. 10 times. Ready, go. And we're back. Now, here is the fun part with the targets. I want you to create a starting line of some sort. You can use a towel or anything you can put down on the floor. I'm lucky enough to have this black line here that I'm going to use. And I'm going to throw. I'm going to start out with the shortest target. Then I'll move on. But make sure as you're throwing, you're using the right throwing form. Use the right throwing form. We are not doing underhand. Okay? It's not a race. Just see if you can knock down 4 targets. And again, if you only have one thing that you're using, then hit the first target, then move it back. I have each target probably about 3 feet away from each other. 3 feet away from each other. 1, 2, 3 feet away from each other. And you can measure just a few feet. Okay, maybe 4 feet. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, about 4 feet actually, maybe. So I'm going to start behind my line and keep throwing until you hit your target. Then move on to the next target. Point, step, throw. See, I missed, so now I'm going to go get the ball, the famous sock ball, and we're going to do it again. Point, step, throw. All right, hit the first target. Now, if that's the only item you have, then put it in the second spot. When I have my plastic cup here, so I'm going to point, put the ball behind your ear, point, step, throw. Ooh, I hit it. Ooh, I hit 2 in 1, but that doesn't count for the third one. Ooh, I hit the ball. Look at that. And even rolled to the 4th one. So I'm going to put the 3rd one back up, and I'm going to move the plastic cup out of the way. I'm going to get my sock ball back. Now we're going to aim for the 3rd one. Now we get a little bit further back with our throws, right? Point, feet together, point, step, throw. Hey, all right, hit it. So now the longest one, right? The 4th one. See if I can hit the 2-liter bottle. That's our goal, to hit the target. Feet together, point at your target, look at your target. Remember, as you let go, your hands should go towards your target. I'm not sure if I said that earlier, boys and girls. Sorry about that. Let go. Your empty hand after you let go should go towards your target. Point, step, throw. Hey! All right. And then I hit all 4 targets. And that's our goal for today's lesson, boys and girls. Hit 4 targets. If you only have one item, just move them back. Take your time and continue to practice throwing. Okay, continue to practice throwing. And that is today's lesson. If you have some extra time and you have somebody around you, play a little catch with somebody around you. You can even play catch with the wall. Remember when we catch, we have our thumbs together, then we close our pinky fingers in on the ball. If it's ever low, you put your pinky fingers and close your thumbs on the ball. Let me get my sock ball. So after you're done with the targets, if you have time, play some catch against the wall. Okay, point, step, throw. And there you go. Let me make my sock ball into a better ball here. There we go. Point, step, throw, and catch. Point, step, throw, and catch. Point, step, throw, and catch. Now it's your turn, boys and girls. So that is today's lesson on throwing and hitting a stationary low target. We're going to set up the flip grid again. Show me if you can. Show me a throw or two of yours. I'd love to see it. And let me know about how it went today. And that is our PE e-learning lesson for today. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you soon. Bye.